Grief is already one of the most profound human experiences. But what happens when grief doesn't come as a single loss, but as a series of losses, one after another or all at once? It can feel like wave after wave crashing before you've had a chance to even catch your breath. I'm Jo McRogers, grief therapist, and today we're going to explore the unique challenges of multiple losses and, most importantly, the ways to lighten the emotional load. So number one, what makes multiple losses different? Grieving multiple losses, whether from losing several loved ones, a combination of death, divorce, job loss, or identity shifts, creates a different emotional and neurological strain than a single loss. Research shows that when we experience multiple losses, our brain struggles to process grief efficiently. Instead of moving through the natural ebb and flow of grief, it can feel like an avalanche of sorrow, leaving us emotionally exhausted and cognitively overwhelmed. Studies indicate that cumulative multiple grief situations can increase stress hormones, leading to a heightened risk of depression, anxiety, and even physical illness. The brain can only process so much at once. When one loss is not fully integrated before another occurs, it can lead to what's called bereavement overload, and this is a state where grief just becomes too heavy to carry. The term bereavement overload was introduced by psychologist Robert Kastenbaum to describe situations where individuals face multiple losses in quick succession, making it challenging to process one before another occurs. And number two, the emotional and practical challenges of multiple losses. Unlike a single loss, where we may have time and space and means to process, multiple losses disrupt that whole production of integration. Some of the common struggles include feeling emotionally numb or detached, feeling guilt over not grieving each loss properly or respectfully, an increased fear of more loss, trouble making decisions due to emotional exhaustion, and a sense of losing one's own identity. Who are we now with all of these losses in our life? A 2021 study found that those experiencing multiple losses often report feeling frozen in grief, unable to fully engage in life. Many people describe multiple losses as feeling like they're drowning. The grief isn't just doubled, it multiplies, creating layers of emotional fatigue. Research indicates that confronting multiple losses can heighten the risk of developing prolonged grief disorder, which is characterized by persistent and intense longing for the deceased, leading to functional impairment and making healing near impossible. It seems to be that one of the hardest parts of grieving multiple losses is the deep sense of isolation that it creates. Even when we might be surrounded by people who care and love us, it can feel like no one truly understands the weight of what we're carrying. Friends and family may acknowledge one loss, but they often don't grasp how additional loss compounds the grief. You might hear things like, "You're strong, you'll get through this, at least they're in a better place." But these well-meaning words can feel hollow when your heart is breaking in multiple directions. The loneliness of cumulative grief, layers of grief, isn't just about missing the people you've lost. It's about feeling unseen in our suffering. This addition strengthens the emotional depth and highlights why support and community are essential in navigating multiple losses. And next, how to lighten the impact of multiple losses. If you're facing multiple losses, you don't have to carry them all at once. Here are some of the ways to lighten the weight of layered grief. First, prioritize processing. Not all grief needs equal attention at the same time. Give yourself permission to grieve one loss at a time, uniquely, privately, individually. Find your thing in terms of how do you grieve each loss uniquely. Next, please acknowledge small steps. Healing is not an all or nothing. Celebrate small emotional shifts. Be aware that they happen in very subtle times, places, and ways. Next, seek out companionship. Isolation increases grief's weight. Find support in those who understand. And next, ritualize each loss. Your losses create individual or collective rituals that you can use to honor each loss in a way that feels meaningful. And please allow for glimmers or moments of joy. It's okay to experience moments of peace or happiness, even amidst multiple losses. Grief is not a race to the finish line, it's a journey of integration. And with multiple losses, it requires even more grace, patience, strategy, and community support. If this resonates at all with you, know that you're not alone. Multiple losses are confusing, confounding, paralyzing, but doable. Multiple losses are heavy, but you don't have to carry them alone. If you need support, I invite you to explore more resources in the links below from my website. Please, let's do grief differently. There are so many ways to do your grief. So you, the viewers, please leave a comment below what has helped you in the times of multiple losses. Please inspire and support us all. And as you figure out your way to do multiple losses, I send you kind thoughts, kind words, and a kind heart. Thank you so much, and take good care until next time.